Good morning, class. I hope you all are doing fine and taking good care of yourself. Probably that is the most important thing in today's scenario. So, today we are going to do a very interesting part of the chapter Changing the Profit Sharing Ratio, that is about the goodwill. Goodwill is not a very new term for us. We are very familiar to this word. Last year we have studied a lot about goodwill. Goodwill is a good name of the business. Goodwill plays a very imperative role in building the brand value, the brand image of the entire business of the product into the market. Say for example, Parle G. This biscuit is a very known business. You go to any hook and corners of India, you will probably find Parle G there. Every customer is aware about this product, and this is all because of the good name, the goodwill that Parle G has built in so many years together. And goodwill is a very important asset for the business. So today we are going to look upon goodwill. Firstly, we will see what are the characteristics. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Definitely we cannot touch it, or there is no physical quantity or monetary value to goodwill. So definitely it's an intangible asset, but yes, it is a very imperative asset. It plays a very imperative role. Also, it can fetch a lot of profit for the business if there is good brand image, good value of the particular product into the market. If there is good value, then the market, in the market, there will be a lot of sales of that product, and because of that sales, there will be increased profit for that business. Vice versa, if the name of the product is not so very well known into the market, if there are no customers attracted towards it, then definitely the business is going to face a lot of loss. In that way, goodwill plays a very imperative role. Also, few of the characteristics of goodwill will state that its value is fluctuating. The goodwill can change anytime. Any product whose market value image can go down because of the price of that particular product or any other advertisement which is not accepted by the customers, and so that can result into the failure, and it can result into the loss for the business. The business can face a lot of loss due to that particular reason. Also, characteristic of goodwill is that you cannot give a perfect monetary value to goodwill, but yet you have to show goodwill into your financial statement. You have to give a monetary value to it, and that is the whole agenda of we doing this part into this particular chapter, where we are actually going to calculate the goodwill, so that any creditor, any person who wants to buy the business, any person coming into the partnership firm as a partner will have to be a part of that goodwill, will be bringing goodwill into the business, or at the end we have to segregate that goodwill, so we need to give it a monetary face value to that particular goodwill. So firstly, we'll also see the factors which can probably affect the goodwill. First is the location of the business. So how come location is going to affect the goodwill? Definitely, if the location of the business, or should I say the production unit of the business, is at a particular place, and say for example the availability of the raw material is too far from that location, so the cost which is incurred to bring the raw material to the manufacturing unit is added to the cost of that particular product, and then the price of the product goes high. As the price of the product goes high, the customer has to pay more, and that results into the customer refusing that particular product, and that will definitely decrease the sales of that particular product, and in that year probably the financial statement will show a loss. So in a way, if the goodwill of that particular product is really nice, and if there is an increase in the cost and still the customer is willing to buy the product, that is where the goodwill works. That is the time where this goodwill really works, and the product doesn't goes down. There is no loss faced by the business. The longevity of business, more the long the business works, more the goodwill it gains. Yet, if the business is on a running for a very short span of time, but it has a very nice goodwill, and if the business is not continued, then it is a loss on the part of the proprietor who is not able to use that goodwill well. So that is a particular characteristic, and it will affect the goodwill of that particular business. Risk involved, yes, risk involved can definitely hamper the goodwill if a businessman, any successful businessman for that matter, if you see, if he's not a risk, if he or she is not a risk taker, then probably you will not see any profits in the business, and you will not see any expansion for the business. And if there is no expansion in the business, there is no profit in the business, and there is no goodwill increased. Okay, if there is no expansion, if the management, if the person, if the proprietor is not of a vision of expanding the business, then definitely it cannot fetch more of goodwill, and it will affect the goodwill. Trends of profit, yes, definitely. The trends of profit each year the business makes affect the whole totality of the goodwill. Now, how does that happen? Like every year the business earns profit or it will face loss, right? But the people who are actually scrutinizing the business transaction of your particular business is going to overlook all the profits you have earned throughout the years. Say for example, in the year 2018 you are earning 1 lakh. In 2019 you started earning 2 lakhs. In 2019 again there is a profit of 1 lakh. In 2020 you are earning 2 lakh. So this trend of profit is going to be analyzed by the people who are interested into your business, the investors, the creditors, the banks, and most importantly the customers also. The customer also overlook this financial statement, and then they actually try to use your product or refuse your product. And if they shift from use to refuse, definitely the goodwill of that particular product will go down, and this trend will affect the total sales of that particular product. And in this way the trend of the profit will affect the value of the goodwill. And the same is what we are going to further analyze in actually calculating the goodwill. Okay, so goodwill are basically of two types. One is purchased goodwill. Okay, one is purchased goodwill, and the next is self generated goodwill. Now, what is purchased goodwill? Purchased goodwill is a type of a goodwill where a company A, which will be sold to company B, the amount which the company B is paying to company A in the name of the goodwill. Okay, he is actually buying the goodwill. Say for example, Parle-G is taken over by Coca-Cola. So the company Parle-G will also give its goodwill to that particular firm. Okay, the name, the brand image, the copyright and stuff. When it is transferred from the company A to company B, that is purchased goodwill, and that is the time we actually need to calculate the value of the goodwill. Okay, and in that sense we are going to analyze these three methods when we actually calculate the goodwill. And this purchased goodwill, the amount which we will be calculating has to be shown in the accounting terms, has to be valued in the accounting terms. But for that, in the matter self-generated goodwill, goodwill need not to be shown in the accounting terms. We don't need to give a monetary value for that matter. Okay, so this is a basic difference between purchased goodwill and self-generated goodwill. Okay, self-generated goodwill is basically Parle-G has not taken over any business, but any customer which is added to the business or which is included in the business is earned by them only. There is no company who has given the name, the fame, the market value to that particular product. It has self-generated it. It has not purchased it from anywhere else. So that is a self-generated goodwill. But when you come to a purchased goodwill, a company which buys another company, buys the goodwill as well, and then keeps on the business going with that name, brand image, and etc. That is a purchase goodwill in accounting. According to the accounting terms, we need to consider it. We need to show it in the financial statement. We have to give it a monetary value, and for that purpose, we are supposed to use various methods of goodwill, because we need to calculate goodwill, because in general we are not actually seeing it as an intangible asset, but still we need to figure out the value of the goodwill. So first and foremost, the first method is average profit method. A very easy method, where, say for example, I will be solving a question which will be giving you a gist about what is average profit method.